Once upon a time, in the deepest, most secret part of the ocean, there lived a mermaid named Seraphina. She was unlike any other, with long, flowing hair the color of midnight and scales that shimmered like 1,000 sapphires. Her voice was said to be as soothing as the waves and as enchanting as a lullaby carried by the wind. Seraphina lived in a kingdom hidden beneath the waves, a place where the ocean floor was covered with coral palaces and gardens of seaweed that danced in the currents. The creatures of the deep, whales, dolphins, and schools of glittering fish, loved her for her kindness and gentle spirit. But though her world was beautiful, Seraphina felt something was missing. She often swam to the surface at night, gazing at the stars, longing to know what lay beyond the horizon. One evening, as the moon cast its silver glow across the water, Seraphina spotted a ship caught in a terrible storm. The waves crashed furiously against the vessel, and she could hear the cries of the sailors battling to stay afloat. Without hesitation, Seraphina dove into the tempest, her powerful tail slicing through the water like a blade. Amidst the chaos, she found a young sailor clinging to a piece of broken wood. His face was pale with fear, but his eyes were bright with determination. With a graceful sweep of her tail, she lifted him from the wreckage and carried him to a nearby island, far from the storm's fury. The sailor, whose name was Elias, awoke the next morning to the sight of Seraphina sitting on a rock, her scales catching the first light of dawn. He could hardly believe his eyes, a creature so beautiful, so mysterious. Seraphina smiled gently, her voice as soft as the breeze. "You're safe now," she said. "The sea can be both a friend and a foe. You were fortunate this time." Elias, still weak but grateful, spoke of his adventures at sea and the wonders of the land. He described rolling hills, forests filled with ancient trees, and skies that stretched endlessly above. Seraphina listened intently, her heart stirring with curiosity and wonder. Days passed, and Elias and Seraphina grew close. He would sit by the shore, playing his flute, while Seraphina swam nearby, her laughter mingling with the music. They shared stories of their worlds. His, a place of fire and sky, hers, a kingdom of water and light. But as the weeks went on, Seraphina knew she could not stay with him forever. The sea called to her, and Elias, too, had a life to return to. On their last day together, as the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of gold and pink, Seraphina gave Elias a necklace made of shimmering seashells. "Whenever you wear this," she said, "you'll hear the ocean, and you'll remember me. And whenever I hear your flute carried on the wind, I'll know you're thinking of me." With a heavy heart, Elias watched as Seraphina disappeared beneath the waves, her tail flicking once before vanishing into the deep. Years passed, and though Elias returned to his life on land, he never forgot the mermaid who saved him. Every now and then, when the wind was right and the sea calm, he would sit by the shore and play his flute, the melody drifting over the water. And deep beneath the waves, in her coral kingdom, Seraphina would smile, knowing that though they were worlds apart, their hearts were forever entwined. And so the legend of the mermaid and the sailor lived on, whispered by the waves and carried by the wind, a love story as eternal as the sea itself.